Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to calculate the limits in trigonometric functions. Here I just want to show you more examples to use this basic formula, limit sin x divided by x with x approaches to 0 equal 1. I also want to emphasize that here the x is just a symbol. It can be any parameter or expressions, as long as this expression approaches to 0. For example, limit sin 5x divided by x with x approaches to 0. We can write x approaches to 0 as 5x approaches to 0. Then we can multiply 5 in the numerator and the denominator. So we can get the expression as 5 times limit sin 5x divided by 5x with 5x approaches to 0. Then we can treat 5x as a one symbol, such as a y. So we can get exactly the same expression as this one, which has limit 1. Then we get the value for the function limit sin 5x divided by x with x approaches to 0 equals 5. Similarly, for the function sin 6 times x minus 3 divided by x minus 3 with x approaches to 3. Then we can write x approaches to 3 as x minus 3 approaches to 0. And correspondingly, we times 6 in both numerator and denominator. At the same time, we can write the limit x minus 3 approaches to 0 as 6 times x minus 3 approaches to 0. Then we can treat 6 times x minus 3 as a one term, such as symbol y. So it will have the same expression as this basic one, which has limit 1. Then we can get the limit for the function sin 6 times x minus 3 divided by x minus 3 with x approaches to 3 equals 6. Here is another example. 1 minus cosine x divided by sin 3x with x approaches to 0. This expression has the form 0 divided by 0 at x equals 0. So in order to use this basic formula, we have to change cosine 2x into sin function. Right away, we realize cosine 2x equals 1 minus 2 times sin x squared. And for the denominator, sin 3x, we can write as sin x plus 2x. Then this expression becomes as 2 times sin x squared divided by sin x times cosine 2x plus cosine x times sin 2x. For the sin 2x, which equals 2 times sin x times cosine x. So we can get the expression as 2 times sin x squared divided by sin x times cosine 2x plus 2 times cosine x squared times sin x. After simplification, we can get the expression as 2 times sin x divided by cosine 2x plus 2 times cosine x squared. Then we can write this expression as two parts. One is 2 times sin x. The other part is 1 divided by cosine 2x plus 2 times cosine x squared. In fact, these two functions are continuous at x equals 0. So the limit at x approaches to 0 equals the function value at x equals 0. So we can get 0 times 1 divided by 1 plus 2 equals 0. Here is another example. Limit sin 5x divided by sin 6x with x approaches to 0. Right away, we realize that in the numerator, we have to divide by 5x. In the denominator, we have to divide by 6x. At the same time, we have to times 5x in the numerator and 6x in the denominator in order to keep the expression unchanged. So we can get the expression as 5 times sine 5x divided by 5x divided by 6 times sine 6x divided by 6x. Then it becomes 5 divided by 6 limit sine 5x divided by 5x. Here we put 5x approaches to 0, which is essentially the same as x approaches to 0. Similarly, in the denominator, we put 6x approaches to 0. Then we can use the basic formula to get the limit for the numerator and the denominator. They both has a limit 1. So for the function sine 5x divided by sine 6x with x approaches to 0 has a limit 5 divided by 6. Now, let me summarize some strategies to calculate the limits for trigonometric functions. At first, we have to verify the function is continuous or not at the point x0. If the function is continuous at this point, then you can just directly plug x0 into the function to get the function value at this point. So the function value is the limit. However, if the function is not continuous but has 0 divided by 0 form, then you should try to rewrite the function expression and make the function has the form sin x divided by x or 1 minus cosine x divided by x in order to use limit sin x divided by x with x approaches to 0 equal 1 and limit 1 minus cosine x divided by x with x approaches to 0 equals 0. Here, I should emphasize again, the x is just a symbol. It can be any expression as long as this expression approaches to 0. Also, you should try to remember some trigonometric formulas such as sine 2 alpha equals 2 times sine alpha times cosine alpha. Cosine 2 alpha equals 2 times cosine alpha square minus 1 equals 1 minus 2 times sine alpha square equals cosine alpha square minus sine alpha square. Also, we know that cosine alpha square plus sine alpha square equals 1. Cosine alpha plus beta equals cosine alpha cosine beta minus sine alpha sine beta, and sine alpha plus beta equals sine alpha cosine beta plus cosine alpha times sine beta. Thank you for watching.